Hey everyone, this is Trader AG and welcome to another public update. Today I'm going to be talking you through this beautiful rise on Bitcoin, on Ethereum, on every basically chart that you have on crypto. It's an amazing day and I'm going to tell you why I have been so bullish over the last 2 weeks and how it has been paying off. And I've been making a good amount of money right now. It has been my most profitable week of 2025 last week, and today, tomorrow, and all the way through Friday, I will be looking for long opportunities on altcoins. So I'm going to be telling you what levels you should be looking out for, why you should be bullish on the chart, and also what would change my mind about the market as well, because it's as important to understand where you are invalidated to understand what your bias is on the chart. So I'm going to run you through all of them. But before I do that, I have to show you what happened this week, because if you don't understand that, you will have a hard time understanding what would change my bias as well. So when I last made that video, I think we were somewhere here. I can't remember exactly where we were at, but it has been 11, 12 days. So we had this great push to the upside, and I'm in long positions from 102.3 thousand dollars and also from $104.5 thousand as well. So I have long positions from these two zones. If you want to check out those positions, you can always look at my Twitter. It's TraderAG01, and you can see those positions. One of them is in Bybit, one of them is in Blowfin. And right now the price is pushing higher. We had this range right here, which was so crucial to the market. Right now, it's still really crucial because even though we are pushing above it, it's just before the New York Open, which means that the price can easily do this and lose the range high and then come down below it. So we should be aware of this situation right now. I am looking for long positions, but there is a line in the sand where I would actually turn to be a bit more bearish than bullish on the chart, and I'm going to talk you through what that line in the sand is. So what happened in this range? I think the important thing to realize about this range was it came in just after a consolidation, a failed auction above the previous all-time highs on the chart. So as we all know, we topped up around $110,000 in what was the month again? Was it January? Yeah, I think January. And then now we have seen a push above that all-time high, and we had this consolidation pattern right here, and then we pushed lower. And the narrative that we had during this range right here was that we have seen a failed auction above that high, and now we are ranging after that point. Now, this can be seen bearish on the chart, and the reason is because we have seen this play so many times in the past as well. If we go back to the previous all-time highs, you can see here as well, we had the high put in and we wicked above it at a swing failure pattern and then had a major downtrend. So we are kind of seeing the same thing here as well potentially, right? We just took the highs again and then we lost at those highs and we were ranging here, which led people to believe that, okay, well, this is a time to be cautious because we have seen a swing failure pattern, we are ranging, we are putting in a lower high on the chart. Are we going lower? Are we going to $90,000 next? But I've been keep telling people it's not a time to be bearish. And just so you remember, I was bearish on the chart right here. I had a short position from $108.3 thousand, and I can prove it to you as well. It was shared with the tag team, and I have my proof on that one as well. So I have been vocally bearish on the chart right here, but I don't have the same stance right now, and I'm going to tell you why. Even though we saw the same thing here, and we saw the same thing with this one as well. If you remember, we just took these highs right here from 2021 and then had a 7-month consolidation after that. And with this high, same thing as well. We just took out this high and then had a major downtrend. I mean, this was the high of the 2021 cycle. So I think people were cautious here. People are still cautious here that the same could happen here, right? The price could come down, take the highs, and have a major downtrend from here that will last for multiple years. But I am not in the same boat as them as we speak right now, and I've been pretty vocal about that as well. And the reason I was not in the same boat is because we are not seeing bearish signs on the chart. And for me, the bearish signs are not just a couple lines or a couple trend lines or a wedge or a triangle. It's more deep than that. And when I say more deep, I'm talking about XO charts and order flow. If I look at the order flow and what happened during this range that we had, I'm going to show you a couple things that are really crucial and what actually made up my mind about this zone right here, which was coming from the open interest and also the delta of this range as well. So if this thing loads quickly, I'm going to show you what the volume profile of this range was looking like. So as you can see here, we had this consolidation here, and then we had this breakdown, and now we are in this zone that is still, by the way, like we are testing this zone right now, but we are yet to break this zone right now. We can still go down and test these levels maybe in a couple hours as well, who knows. But important thing to remember here is that if I open up the volume profile here and pull it from here down to the lows and show you some data about this range right here, you'll see why I am not bearish on the chart. So here you can see that I'm gonna just get rid of these footprints here, that during this range that we had from the 23rd of May, so since Friday, this CVD basically means the cumulative volume delta of this range, which means that the market players have shorted in net $217 million worth of Bitcoin. So this means that from the start of this point right here up until here, we have seen 217 million more short positions than long positions in the market. But even though that is the case, the price is not pushing lower. And the reason I'm saying shorts and not market sell orders is because of the open interest here as well. As you can see, the open interest change here, the delta of the open interest is positive, which means that from this point up until the point that we are at right now, the open interest have been going up. More people have been entering the market. And if you want to know who those people were, look at the CVD. CVD is clearly negative and in $200 million of negative delta. And even with that case, we are still in the same range, or we're not trending lower. So for me, if the price is consolidating, there's a lot of people shorting the market, but the price is yet to break down. For me, that is a sign of bullishness on the chart, because there has to be someone absorbing those orders in the market. And bear in mind that the volume in this case is not low either. We have $3 billion of volume, which is pretty standard for this long of a period. I think this is how long, 23rd, 27th, for 4 days, 3 billion on Bybit, BTC/USD. No, not something to be, I'm not gonna say it's insanely high or insanely low. It's pretty standard, but what is important is that we are clearly seeing more shorts than longs in the market. And this was the exact reason why I was bullish on the chart all this time. And I kept telling you yesterday as well that the chances of us taking the highs one more time, having more weekly highs on the chart, is high. And the reason for that is because people are shorting the market. It's a lot different than what we have seen in the previous highs of the chart. And I'm going to show that to you as well, because I was able to actually short the highs previously. I'm going to show you why I've shorted those highs and how it differs from what we are seeing on the chart right now as well. If I go back to the high that we put in January, you'll see that the CVD is different, the open interest looks different, the people's sentiment looks different, and obviously bear in mind that it was put in when Trump was inaugurated. So obviously people were more bullish on the chart. And if I show you what was happening during that high, here we can see this is the January 20th. And when we were putting this high, the narrative was completely different. People were bullish, including me, by the way. Like I was at this point still expecting higher to come. But even with that in my mind, even though I was expecting higher, that did not stop me from shorting the market. And the reason I was shorting was because of the CVD and open interest. Look at what we're seeing right here. We were seeing clearly more longs than shorts in the market. Here you can see CVD is making new highs while price is making a lower high on the chart. So there is obviously bearish absorption in the market, and this bearish absorption is not caused by a couple $1 million, it's caused by multiple, like it's $45 million, 28, 54, 10, $14 million. So there's obviously people getting absorbed, and the people who are getting absorbed are actually long in the market, which is the exact opposite of what we are seeing on the chart right now. The people who are getting absorbed right now on the chart are not the longs, but the shorts. So that's why I'm saying that people are more cautious here, and I understand why they're cautious, but just because you're cautious and just because we have seen this price action before does not mean that it has to repeat. For things to repeat, and I know that people love to use the idea that the chart loves to do things twice or multiple times, but for things to happen multiple times, the order flow has to look similar as well. And in this case, it does not look similar at all. This is much more of a bullish outlook compared to what we are seeing in January. So with that said, Again, I'm expecting higher to come. That is my idea. I'm still holding on to all of my long positions. Now I'm going to tell you what long positions you might have on Bitcoin and also what would change my mind as well. Because again, keep in mind, even with the best data that you can use in the market, that it does not guarantee that you will win. It means that you will win more times than you will lose. But if you're just stuck with the idea that I have to win, you will be wrong at some point, and you don't want to lose all of your money when you're wrong. So for me, I know exactly where I will be wrong, and I'm going to tell you that quickly now as well. First things first, what long positions that do you have on the chart? Well, for me, I think as we speak right now, we are seeing the New York Open right now. Literally, it's 9:30 in EST. So the New York is opening right now, and we might see a pullback from here. So if I'm seeing a pullback right now on the chart to around these levels at $109.2 thousand or even lower on the chart, I'm going to go a bit on the lower time frame here and show you what levels could be interesting here. So obviously we have these lows right here, we have this consolidation zone right here, and if we are able to take that consolidation zone like this, and you're seeing CVD divergences on the chart right here, I think this is a potential long position that you can have on the chart. And even though you are longing $109,000, which sounds crazy, it's not a bad long. And the reason I'm saying it's not a bad long is because your invalidation is really simple. If the price is able to go lower below this price, you are wrong. But your upside is kind of unlimited, because you can hold it for $112,000, the previous highs that we put in on, well, when was it again? On Thursday. Or you can just look for keeping it for higher on the chart. So that's why I quite like this trade right here. But again, there needs to be CVD divergences on the chart. And if you're not aware of what those are, I'm going to show exactly what to look out for on extra charts, and then you will have a good idea about that as well. But the thing that you're looking for here is you want people to short the market right here. You want people to be bearish, you want people to look out for lower levels to come, and when that is the case, you have these beautiful setups on the chart. This is the zone I'm looking for on the chart, and what kind of order flow I'm looking for here? Well, let me quickly show it to you, because we have seen the exact same thing when we were putting these highs just after today's daily open on the chart as well. Here we can see that we had this beautiful low that we put in on a Sunday, and we had this high that we put in on a Monday, and on Monday night when we were coming into the Tuesday, we came down and hit $107.5 thousand, and when this low was being put in, what you will see here is the CVD was indeed making lower lows on the chart while price was making a higher low on the chart. So here we can see that the price is making a higher low, CVD is clearly making a lower low on the chart, which is a bullish divergence. But that is not enough for me, because even though there is these divergences, I want these divergences to be caused by shorts coming in the market. How do we know they are short? Well, look at open interest. So if the open interest is increasing, it means that people are actually shorting the market here, and which in this case, at these lows, I wish I was awake at this time. I wasn't, I was sleeping, because I'm in the European time zone, so unfortunately I can't trade the daily opens. But here I'll quickly show what you should look out for if the price actually decides to reverse now in the New York session, which could give you a great longing opportunity. Here we can see that when the price was pushing lower, you can see that the open interest was increasing as well. We have seen a $9 million of change in open interest here. So this actually 7 million here, and this basically means that this candle right here, that is a bearish candle, a red candle, which had negative $15.8 million of delta, is actually caused by new shorts opening. It's not just liquidations, it's not just people getting stopped out, it's actually new short as well. And this is the exact thing that you should look out for if the price decides to come down to these low levels as well, which literally it could as we speak right now. If it comes to this zone and I'm seeing divergences on the chart and I'm seeing new people short the market, this is a beautiful long position. What happens if the price decides to push lower and there is no divergence as well? Just look for a bit lower. I quite like this low right here, and the reason I like it is because there were divergences and there were people shorting the market there. But if the price decides to come lower than there, I will just look when shorts enter the market. So if the price comes down here, takes these lows, but there is no open interest increase, there is not many shorts entering, I will not long this market here, and I will just wait for a bit lower to come. Maybe it comes in here. If you're seeing divergences at this point, and if you're seeing, let's say, negative 10 million delta, and you're seeing people shorting the market here, again, another beautiful longing opportunity here, which actually gives you a better risk to reward ratio as well. So I am fluid when it comes to how I look at the market, but for me, these two opportunities are great if we see signs of absorption in the market. So obviously you can aim for higher with these ones. This gives you a 1.61 stop loss, and this will give you a 1% stop loss. So obviously this is a better trade, but it will always depend on when we are seeing signs of absorption in the market. Right now, as we speak, I don't think we are seeing signs of absorption yet. Actually, we are seeing shorts come in. As you can see here, there has been negative $3 million of delta, and it's actually caused by shortings in the people shorting the market here as well. But same thing happened here as well. These are actual longs in the market. So this is what you want to see when we are hitting those levels. When we are hitting these zones right here, what was the zone again? I forgot. Let me quickly check. When we're hitting these highs right here at $109.3 thousand or a bit lower, maybe $108.8 thousand, at this zone right here, you want CVD here to make a lower low on the chart. So you want CVD to come below this level right here, and also you want open interest to keep increasing as well, and that is a beautiful longing opportunity in the market. So that's what I'm looking for as a long opportunity in the market. And what would invalidate me? That is a really important thing to remember as well, that again, I am looking for higher, but it does not mean that I have to be right. And I know exactly where I'm wrong. And for me, when I am wrong is when the price decides to show a sign of weakness. So for me, the biggest sign of weakness would actually be losing a clear level of support on the chart. A lot of people love to use resistance factors when they're looking for signs of weakness, but unfortunately that is a bit more vague on all-time highs. You can use Fibonacci extensions, but for me, and I have been trading different asset classes that have been in all-time highs like NQ and ES for multiple years, and for me the best way to actually change my bias has always been looking for when we lose clear and critical support on the chart. For me, this zone right here is a critical support zone in the market. We had a daily NPOC, daily point of control level sitting right here. We have bounced from it, and I was waiting for this daily level to be hit as well. It was never hit. So if the price comes down and starts to lose this daily level right here, I would actually start to be more cautious in the market. And I would start to change and shift my bias, because at this point, we would have had a consolidation right here, and after the consolidation, we would have moved down at one more time, which again would be a pretty bearish scenario at this point, and it would be the first major sign of weakness on the chart. But until that happens, until this daily level is lost, I am still bullish on the chart, and there is no reason to be bearish so far as well. So if the price decides to come down to these low levels, I am interested in longs, and if there is no reaction and the price decides to come lower and hit this daily level, again, I am more than interested in a long position at these levels as well. If the price comes down there, just like those lows, look for divergences from here to here, and you look for people to short the market at that zone as well. So that is exactly what I'm looking for on Bitcoin. I hope I made everything clear. This is my game plan for the rest of the week. If the price decides to push higher, I will just find different levels of support on the chart. Again, if there is no loss of support, I am not bearish. I will keep looking for higher. I think Ethereum is pushing higher as well. It's up 3.8% today. Wow, that is actually amazing. And yeah, that is my outlook on Bitcoin. If you have questions, please comment below. I'm more than happy to answer those questions. If you're interested in actually learning about these subjects and having these templates like the ones I do, because these are the things that make me money. If you're interested in these templates, if you're interested in education and understanding what these weird ass things actually mean, join in Tag Team. Again, it's the best place to learn about order flow and actually dive deeper into these subjects, because I make sure that I teach it in an extremely understandable way, and I've taught it to many people at this point as well. We have an amazing community. There's a Discord zone where I basically teach everything I know as well. I give daily updates, but more importantly, the education here is actually it's impeccable. Like, we have the range trading series, we have exo chart series, we have the tools and indicators I love to use, we have the risk management and psychology, and to literally on Friday there will be a CVD one coming up as well. So don't miss out on those ones. Join in the Tag Team. It's the best community you have to be in. And yeah, thank you so much for listening to me. If you like this video, please leave a like. I quite enjoy when you show support. And yeah, thank you so much for listening to me. If you're interested in trading these price actions, there is a link in the description for the Bybit as well. Once you're entering with that link, you'll get an access to Bybit VIP1, which is a 27% fee reduction for the next month, and also deposit bonuses up to $30,000. And yeah, thank you so much, and I will see you on the next YouTube update. Bye bye.